A wedding, where personalities come together to create something timeless. Yet the whirlwind of planning can feel so overwhelming that couples often miss the chance to savor it. Through the eyes of couples from every corner of the globe, step back into their wedding day and relive the memories that made it unforgettable.
My name is Shehzaad Sheikh.
And my name is Chandni and Shehzaad.
We've been together for 16 years and got married in 2023.
This is our real wedding.
Is that my prom or yours?
It's your prom,
It is my prom.
actually. Yeah,
Oh my God, we're
it's your
old.
prom.
Yes.
You look like a child.
I do. I was very nervous. I didn't know your folks very well.
I think that was 2009.
Yeah, look at my
Yeah.
hair, man. Look at your braces.
So we met on my first day of grade 10. He didn't do any talking. It was so funny. His friend came up to me and said, "Oh, hey, this is Shehzaad," and introduced me. And he said that he thinks you're really cute. And of course, it's my first day of high school. So, I mean, I was obviously really flattered. And I was excited that you thought I was cute.
I'm flattered. I mean, there's a couple things she didn't mention. First of all, it was the first day of high school. So we were getting ready to leave, and I told my buddy, I was like, "That girl's kind of cute." And he's like, "Oh," says to me, he's like, "Okay, I'll go talk to her." I was like, "Bro, do not go talk to her. It's like the first day of school." He's like, "I'm gonna go talk to her." So he goes over and talks to her. I'm sitting there by myself while she's there with all her friends, and they're just laughing, giggling, and pointing at me. And I was obviously very nervous. So they motioned me to come over, and I do. And Johnny introduced me. He's like, "Hey, this is Shehzaad. He thinks you're really cute." I was like, "I didn't say that." He's like, "Yeah, you did." And I was like, "I did. I apologize." And then I introduced myself, and then, you know, broke the ice.
No, I don't think you talked. I don't remember that.
It took a while for me to get something. I was a little nervous. It kind of just started off like these subtle lunch dates. We walked around the whole high school together at lunchtime, and eventually we started holding hands and
just kept going for the next 15 years until we finally decided to tie the knot.
yeah, that's true. Oh, okay.
We look nice. That's
Dapper.
a great photo. Yeah. So this is actually at his brother's wedding, and yeah, it was a beautiful day, and it was just kind of like one of those, like, I was a guest, but he was the family. So, you know, it was kind of like a shot into what our wedding might look like in the future. So it was really nice. We had a good time.
I think we looked great. I think I blacked out that day because I was running around for my brother's wedding trying to get some last minute stuff done, but the focus shifted to me from all the aunties and all the uncles and what are you doing with your life? Why haven't you pulled the trigger? She's a great girl. Once I washed that out, I actually started seriously thinking about it. So you might wonder why it took more than, so long. It took 15 years before I proposed, but just wanted to get our ducks in a row, and have everything figured out. And, after that day, actually, things started to click, and I was like, okay, I think it's time. And she had sent me a photo of this engagement ring she wanted like 10 years ago, and I kept it. And I was like, it's finally time, I'm going to get this ring made. And so I did. And I reached out to a local jeweler, and, once he started doing his thing, that's when it started to get pretty real. And
I love this picture.
Yeah, I know. I started planning out the whole proposal and everything, and then it came to fruition. A lot of thought went into it. My plan was to propose on Thanksgiving weekend. She loves Thanksgiving, so wanted to make this whole thing. Decided we're gonna do it at the Cape Breton Skyline Trail. And I was telling my buddy Sam, and I was like, "Hey man, we're going this weekend." He's like, "No way, I'll be there with my girl." I was like, "Let's do it. We're gonna sync up." I start packing, we're getting ready to go. She wants to use my backpack. I got the ring in there, and we get in a huge fight. She's like, "Give me the backpack." I was like, "I can't." Great start. So we hop in the car, we drive to the Skyline Trail, and we get there, and we start walking. We're making good pace. Sam's like, "See you soon, bro." I was like, "Sweet." And we're going, and there's a fork in the road. You can turn left or right. And one way's the short way, one way's the long way. We were like, okay, let's take the short way. So we go, and I don't know, it must have been an hour, and we come back, and we're back at the fork in the road. I was like, what? And so we get to the fork, and we're looking around, some guy walks by. I was like, "Dude, where is the look off?" He's like, "About that way, like 30, 40 minutes. I was like, oh my God. Sam's like, dude, where are you? In like caps. So I go into panic mode and I just look at Johnny. I was like, we gotta go. We're like speed walking. I'm like throwing people out the way and like trying to get there. We made good time. I was waiting for the right moment.
I kind of had a feeling that something was going to go down this weekend because previously in the past, I was always the planner when it came to trips. So he planned this whole weekend and I was like, okay, something is fishy, something's going on. But the day that the proposal actually came along, I was not expecting it because he was all over the place. And I was like, hey, it's definitely not gonna be today because he has no idea where he's going. He is like, this is not the time. And it's true, we walked for a full hour, but yeah, we got there and we have this saying, which is kind of cheesy, but we used to say it all the time growing up. And it was just like, you know, he would look at me and say forever and always, and I would reply and say always and forever. I was taking pictures actually, and he tapped me on the shoulder and he said, babe, forever and always. And then I turned around and I was like, yeah, always and forever. Like, you know, I was just like, this is kind of a random, you know, time to do this. And then he went down on one knee. I felt like I kind of zoned out because I didn't believe what was happening. And it actually took me a second to say yes because I was so shocked because he was like, so yes? Like, are you? And I was like, absolutely, yes, 100%. So this is like immediately after the proposal. His friend came clean and was like, oh, hey, I've been like recording this the whole time. And I finally met him.
Shout out to Sam.
And so they got some pictures of us like right
Sophie
after.
Too.
Yeah.
Wow.
Aww. I also love this.
That's a good shot.
Yeah, it's a really good shot.
You did a good job.
This was during our engagement ceremony that we had with many of our family members, actually. And we got all dressed up in cultural attire.
Yeah, it was a nice little shindig before everything kicked off and the chaos ensued.
And then after that, it was just meetings and meetings and meetings amongst our families with us to decide the date, and the food was a big deal. There were so many elements. And the good thing about it was that our parents wanted to meet in person about everything. So it just brought us together as a family during the planning process. I met a fashion designer, and ever since I had met her, we'd been talking about my wedding. We were actually able to get her to design a custom-made outfit, which was my bridal outfit, using my mother's wedding sari as well. So she was able to incorporate that in my outfit. She did it so fabulously. So yeah, I had 6 outfits in total, and that included some of the like non-formal events and the formal events.
After she signed off on everything, I was able to find I had 5 outfits, and like all the Desi, like the Indian outfits went great. And my last one, which I wore on my wedding day, actually that was hard to find.
We had about 250 people at our wedding and 350 people at our reception. So we needed a fairly large venue, and the Westin, their ballrooms were kind of the only area that had that capacity. Beautiful.
Wow.
So this was our first event. It's called the Sangeet.
Yeah.
This is where like it's a singing and dancing.
Oh, look at him. Amazing.
And I did a little performance.
Yeah. Look at you go. My gosh. I was so nervous.
Yeah, we practiced.
Yeah.
How many times did we practice for this?
3 times. I love that outfit.
Yeah.
Your outfit looks so good.
You looked good.
Thanks. They did such a good job with
decorations. The decorations were so good.
Yeah.
It was like the whole family contributed to
I
our
know.
decorations.
So much love, eh? Oh, the
And
dole.
we had the dole guy.
And then they were calling out all the family
all
members.
the family names, yeah.
Everybody getting their moment in the sun.
Yeah, look at all the dancing.
I know.
It's so beautiful.
Yeah. Road uncle.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
oh,
look
the boys. Oh, man. They didn't even tell me they were going to do that, eh?
That's great, though.
I know.
Good surprise.
I think Kevin blew out his shoulder. I thought they were gonna drop me. Man.
This is the Haldi event.
Yeah. So it's traditionally to make your skin glow.
That's right,
They didn't have all the cosmetics back in the day,
Exactly,
right?
yeah. So they used, it's a turmeric paste, actually. It's supposed to make your skin
It stains your clothes, so don't wear white
Yeah.
if you ever have one of these. Good job. Wow.
That took forever, like hours.
I vow to be there with you and for you until death do us part, forever and always, my love. Sincerely, Shehzaad.
Shehzaad, as we stand here in this moment, I can't help but reflect on the extraordinary journey we have shared together.
You had an amazing team, eh?
Oh my God, they were all amazing.
Yeah. That was so hype. I didn't know what to do.
Oh my God, this is awesome.
You didn't see this part, did you? Yeah.
No. Oh, that's awesome.
Wow.
Oh, this is so nice.
Yeah.
The contrast between you guys entering and
I
me
know.
getting ready.
The groom coming to get his bride,
Yeah, exactly.
followed by his boys.
Supposed to be like really hyped up. You guys did it
I
well.
thought we
yeah.
brought the energy. The guys were on top of it.
Oh, this is so sweet.
Yeah.
I love this.
That's special.
Yeah.
Aw.
Aw.
That's great that you guys had that moment
Yeah.
with each other like that.
Is this where you have to do push-ups?
Man, you guys did me dirty with that. I was sweating bullets, but I did
Oh
it.
my-
I think I tackled to get the.
They had to get his shoes because.
Oh my God, it's so embarrassing.
Yeah, it was part of our culture.
That's true.
The bride side gets the shoes, and then you had to pay for them.
I know. Oh my gosh, I'm getting PTSD from this.
Yeah.
It was amazing though. And now we can enter.
That was awesome. That was so awesome. I love that.
Just making the grand entrance for
Yeah.
the wedding day with my fam. And
This is where everyone was seated finally. and
everybody
then-
was seated.
Yeah.
This is the big day we were all waiting for, and here comes the bride.
We had 3 different flower girls because
Yeah.
they all wanted to do it.
Man, everybody looked so
Aw,
good.
Yeah, everyone looked so good.
I was so nervous. You would think after 15 years you wouldn't be nervous, but
I was nervous too. I think I was zoned out the whole time.
really?
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I'm getting chills watching this.
I know. And then they
Then they-
picked me up,
yeah,
and then
look.
my
They're pulling me back.
yeah, they're pulling my
I
veil.
know. I had to get up. Man, you looked amazing that day. You look amazing every day, of course.
Aw.
And if you zoom in, you'll see that you put the
I put
ring
it
on the wrong hand. And I told you. All right,
Yeah.
we did it.
Yeah, we
Aw,
didn't kiss because it was
I didn't want to kiss in front of my
culturally
parents.
inappropriate. So
I
we
know.
hugged.
Can't believe it all came together so perfectly.
Yeah, it was so good.
Yeah,
Aw, this is so beautiful.
I know.
Oh, and the reception.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
It's hard to believe it's been a year.
I know. Over a year.
It's been over a year.
Oh,
Oh,
Zane.
Zane.
It just isn't the same without the visuals, so I wanted to take you guys on a walk down memory lane with me.
Going right for the head, man.
Yeah, he made fun of Shehzaad a lot. It was really
There was
funny.
this inside joke about how apparently I looked like Channing Tatum at one point, and then he never let that go. And he actually made a slideshow.
Oh, those
this
are all
is-
my sisters.
It was
That's
good. We
my
had
group of
family
people.
represent on both sides.
Yeah,
It
we
was a good
did.
balance. There is the roof. Nobody roasted you.
No, I didn't get roasted. Everyone said nice things
They
about
did.
me.
It's very uncool. That was mom.
Your
I
mom.
loved her dress that day. It was, yeah.
Oh, this cringe speech.
It was a good speech, but you had a timer on your phone and they kept going
I
by.
know.
Of course, you had to do the classic shoe game. Oh man, the boys gave me such a hard time for the who runs the house question. They set me up, man. I was like, I have to. I didn't want to do it.
Your face.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, this is, yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
This was our first dance.
This was our first dance.
Yeah.
So
It
we
was
only
choreographed.
practiced 3 times.
We practiced 3 times.
And,
it was a melody of like 4 songs.
Yeah.
4 or 5 songs.
Yeah.
It worked
It
out.
worked
like,
out. I didn't step on you.
Yeah, you didn't step on me.
Amazing. So that was my baby sister, and this is my brother and his wife, and they're doing their entrance. That's my mom and dad going hard.
Yeah.
All the performances were so good.
So good.
Yeah. You were dying to get up there yourself.
I know.
weren't
I wanted to dance with them. The boys did so good.
you? I know.
Oh, and there's yours.
Save the best for last. I was so nervous, man.
I thought at
shimmy.
one point in time you
Like
were
that shimmy?
trying to bring me up, and then I didn't know what to do.
Look at Zane, he's just so quick. Oh, that's a sick shot. What?
That's amazing.
Man, can't sing the praises of Trevor Allen enough.
Trevor
And
Allen
Amanda
photography.
Huska.
Yeah, and Amanda Huska.
They just had like the sixth sense, didn't
Yeah, they had an eye, and we didn't know what that eye was until they showed us the pictures, and then
Yeah.
it was like, oh
It's
my gosh,
so much more
magic.
than that. Just the energy they brought and
Yeah.
how they got along with the family. We got really blessed, really
Yeah.
lucky. Well, I mean, I've played that moment in my head so many different times, you know, wondering and thinking what it's gonna be like, and in the moment when it happened, I just remember thinking to myself, I was like, no matter what I imagined, what I thought, nothing could even come close to what I'm seeing now. And she just looked amazing. She looked so beautiful, and I kept telling myself I'm such a lucky man. And it's actually amazing because our photographer catches the exact moment. Like, I look at her and she looks at me, and we locked eyes, and we're both smiling and laughing because we both wanted this for so long, and it was just so special. And the way it came together, we just couldn't have dreamt or hoped or wished for anything better. It was incredible.
The way I feel right now after watching that video is just nostalgia, because it was such a long process before we actually got to have the wedding, and there was so much planning leading up to it. It seems like it wasn't a year ago, it was a full year, and so looking back, I just feel so nostalgic.
I wish I didn't stay up all night being nervous, because I knew she already said yes, it was a done deal, but I was still nervous, so I didn't sleep as much. And I kept telling Tanya, I was like, just focus on having fun and keeping relaxed. I wouldn't change anything. I know it's very cliche, but everything was perfect. All of our family and friends planned everything to a T and executed amazingly, so you know what, no regrets.
I wouldn't change anything in terms of the way the events went, and how involved everyone was, and seeing Shehzaad for the first time when I was walking down the aisle. Those were all fabulous moments. I think the one thing I would do differently though is I wish I wasn't as stressed as I was. I think it kind of took me away from the moment a little bit. I just remember at the time walking down the aisle, I was so nervous, but I felt so lucky. Just reliving that moment of, wow, like I'm about to marry this man, and that came back. But it's a done deal this time, so I know I have you
Knock
for
on
good.
wood.
Yeah.
It was a very stressful process. I mean, I was just trying to be there for her emotionally, mentally. It was so much fun. It's a good kind of relief, like now we can enjoy the rest of our lives together. Like she said, nostalgia, reliving everything and taking it all in for a second time. Everybody says it's the best day of your life, and it's so true, right? Like, you got all your family and friends, and it was 15 years together, 16 years now, and it was something we wanted to do for a long time. And you you might look back and say, I could do these things so differently, but honestly, the way everything's panned out and worked out, it was perfect. It really was. I loved it. It's pure joy just watching it every time.
I think some of my favorite parts, I loved the footage during the first event. It was the Sangeet and everyone's just dancing. I love those parts when everyone is just having a good time. I loved our photo shoot. Like, I think those moments from our photo shoot where we're looking at each other and we're laughing because the photo shoot was awkward and funny, but it's a testament to our relationship because that's how we are. And I loved the moments of us walking together. I think it really just symbolizes that we have such a journey ahead of us and we're just starting that. So yeah, those I think were my favorite parts.
Definitely my favorite memory, you know, she's so gorgeous with and without makeup, but it was special. She had like an aura coming out of there. So that's very memorable for me. But also like looking at the video footage and just when you're there, you're not really painting the room, you're just zoning out, looking at these bright lights and stuff and trying to keep a smile on. But when you start seeing the subtle like interactions amongst different family members and friends, that stuff fills my heart. And just to see everyone getting along, coming together as one big happy family, I thought that stuff makes me really happy because family is very important to us. It always has been, you know, to finally come together and start our own family someday. Yeah. One thing you might not know is that we've been dating for 15 years. We said it several times, but we never lived together, okay?
Oh yeah, so that's a big one.
That was a huge hurdle, like just, you know, learning to cohabitate and have patience. Patience is key, everyone. It's very important because I'm very stuck in my ways and so is she, but we just found like the common ground. And I think that was the biggest thing is just finding our comfort zone, but compromise, sacrifices necessary to survive. All jokes aside.
Yeah, no, that's true. We've never lived together, so that was a huge milestone for us, you know, finally moving in together. And then one thing that we always wanted to do, that we talked about our entire relationship, was travel together. So our honeymoon, we went to Morocco, which was absolutely amazing.
Morocco was amazing.
And we just did Europe not too long ago, so.
I finally got to go to Disney World for the first time.
To Disney World,
dreams. So it's so interesting because I recall this all the time. Like, we actually work in the same place. We work in the same hospital. So we drive together every morning, same parking spot, whole routine. First day we moved in, our first day of work, it was chaos. Like things were being thrown, oh my God, you know, just crazy. And then you think about now, we're just so in sync, you know, like just like walking by each other, not even speaking, just like getting stuff done. It's just like, we've really become a team.
Yeah, you learn how to become a team, which was huge for us.
Yeah, and you'd think after all this time, like, but we still have so many firsts to still do. And
that is what is most exciting about this, is we still have so many firsts. So, you know, we're house shopping. Eventually we'll hopefully start a family and all those. And then we hope to just keep traveling in between all of that.
And maybe get a puppy too. I love puppies.
Yeah. I just want to say I love you.
I want to say I love you too. Thanks for being such a kick-ass wife.
Thanks to you for being an awesome husband. And I'm so glad we got to relive this experience because it's just a good reminder of, you know, everything that we went through before now and, you know, all those giddy feelings coming back.
It's amazing, you know, you get to spend the rest of your life with someone you truly love and care about. So I'm lucky.
We're both lucky.
Yeah.